Hi, ghouls and gals, and welcome back to our DCUO Let's Play for the PS3. I am Ninja Misty, and this ghoulish creature next to me is...
Ninja Andrew.
And we are here to give you the ins, outs, ups, and downs of the Halloween event, the Witching Hour.
Woot. So this is our Spooktacular Holiday Special, and in honor of Halloween and the Trigon content, which we'll be getting into soon, and to get into the holiday spirit, Misty and I have decided to dress up as holiday spirits, and we are Trigonic Demon and Demoness in the spirit of DC and Halloween and everything. So we're going to be doing the event today, and Ninja Misty is going to tell us a little bit more about it.
Absolutely, guys. So when you log in, I'm sure as you guys are aware, Oracle is going to tell you that all hell's broken loose and you better get over to the East End Police Station because the Phantom Stranger has got like some stuff for you to do, because apparently demons are harassing trick-or-treaters and like, what's up with that? So what we're going to do in just a second, you can see on the mini-map the little question mark. That is the Phantom Stranger, and we're going to go talk to him. But first, we're going to open up our journals. And we're going to take a look. Well, actually, you're going to open up your Deeds tab, and you're going to go to Feats. And you're going to go to Seasonal, and then down to the Witching Hour. Alright, some of these are pretty straightforward. Complete the Midnight Masquerade 15 times. That's going to be the solo event that will queue into, kind of like the summer event when you go into the Atlantean event separate from the open world stuff.
And I can't wait to get in there.
Exactly. So we're going to go see an evil pilgrim, but we'll talk about that when we get in there. Next, you can see there's a jute style, pumpkin head style, head, chest, legs. You can buy that when we go over to talk to the Phantom Stranger. You'll see Skeet's Boutique, which is just basically the soda vendor with a pumpkin on the front of it, but whatever. Alright, then candy. There are tricks and treats that you can pick up, and we'll demonstrate those for you in a second because we had a whole big bunch of them left over from last year on other characters that we have passed over. The same with some of the collections, which we'll talk about. Then you've got the Witching Hourglass, which is basically the speed feat for the event. Complete the daily mission 13 times. That's going to be the open world stuff.
Yeah.
New this year are base items. There's 10 of those, so we can actually look in the boutique and see what's in there, right?
We'll go down there in a second, yeah.
Yes. New this year as well is the skeleton set. You guys might have seen some people running around. It's pretty cool looking. And then the bottom one, you can see I've already completed that feat. That is eating each kind of candy. The candies are going to drop off of basically everything that you're doing during this time of year. It's going to drop in your solo challenge modes. It's going to drop in your duos, alerts.
Anywhere that you get like a loot drop where people roll. Or that you would get off like a boss, I would say. I don't know if you get it off like regular enemies or anything, but maybe. I don't know.
I even got it out of my box from doing like the Steelworks missions.
That's right.
So it dropped one for me. So that's just a quick look at the feats. Before we go down here, you can see in my trinket belt the little candy there. It's a candy corn. You want to pop our candy corn? Here we go. We're gonna do it on 1. 3, 2, 1. You're supposed to be eating your candy. What are you doing?
Oh yeah.
And another thing you're going to notice is that Ninja Andrew and I both have Mrs. Booze. So last year she was an event only drop. This year, because there's a new Baby Boo,
Or
Boo Jr.
Yes.
Boo Jr. in the event. Mrs. Boo now drops in your challenge modes, probably out of duos, alerts.
Yeah.
The best way to get one, do your challenge modes, kitties.
That would be our suggestion, because we don't have Mrs. Boo, so we don't know where to get them. But also, like, I would say that for, like, we're going to go here and do our Halloween missions in a second, but challenge modes, I would say, would probably be the best all around to do if you have replay tokens or if you don't. You can just do your challenge modes every day, and chances are you'll probably get one of these, so that's just our suggestion.
And we did ours, it was less than 10 times each for us to get our drop.
Less than 10 challenge modes, so...
So let's go in here, because we're moving right along. Alright.
So let's talk to the Phantom Stranger first, and then we can go to the store. Rise, demons. Oh. Well, that's weird. Made me talk to him twice. But there wasn't an option to grab the mission. Okay, I guess we'll go outside and...
Okay, well, first let's look in the store really quick. So here's Skeet's Boutique. You can see it's the soda vendor.
It's spooky, though.
It is spooky. Okay, you've got snacks for Halloween, too. Kind of like what you had at St. Patrick's Day.
One will improve damage, one will improve health, and one will improve something else.
Healing.
Healing, there we go.
Okay, then you've got the skeleton. Here you can take a look at... Well, it's not going to show up real well because of my colors.
I think they did a really good job with the mask. I like that.
I like the shirt. That looks pretty cool.
They all do, yeah.
And there's the pants. Hey.
So we'll definitely be getting the parts for that. Just for fun.
Right, and you can see what your currency is. You're going to be getting spooky bites from the outside mission, and the event drops 2 spooky bites. Is that correct?
I believe you get 3 from the outside and 2 from the event.
So you can see if you want to get everything that you might be using some replay tokens.
Yeah.
These masks aren't going to show up on me because of the dark colors. There's a pumpkin head. Scary. Tim Burton-esque. That reminds me of the Scarecrow in Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
I love that Scarecrow at the beginning of the movie. Okay, and here's the jute style. You can kind of see it has stitching. Kind of Scarecrow-like.
I think you need to buy the 2 jute style and maybe the pumpkin head for the feet, but I could be wrong.
Yes, it is.
I know you need the jutes at least.
And you can see here for 40 spooky bites, you can buy Mr. Boo. Last year, Mr. Boo was the one that would drop in the challenge modes. And also, Mrs. Boo drops in the vault, so you have a chance with your vault runs.
That's right.
And then you have the jacks, which this is like the little pinchies that go along with the summer event.
Pinchy?
You're going to have... Yes, pinchy. You're going to have one for each DPS, tank, healer, controller. So you have eerie, scary, creepy, and spooky.
And they're all... I would say they're all decent.
They are decent, and they look really cool, and... Just so you know, I have to have them all. Thank you.
There you go.
So, somebody's going to be... Oh, and there's also the Croatoan trinkets.
That's right, and one for each role as well.
Yes, and then you have your base items. So, there's a cocooned body. A cocoon. Aw, a happy jack-o'-lantern. An angry jack-o'-lantern. Mounted mummy head. Victorian writing desk. Perched raven. Oh, I guess you can write your morose poetry.
You know?
That's your Victorian writing desk with the perched raven. Your tombstone.
Nevermore.
Exactly. Quoth Andrew, nevermore.
Yes.
You got tombstones, a ritual circle for all your spell casting. Pumpkinhead Scarecrow, which is really cool. Smiling Scarecrow. Oh,
I really like the look of the scarecrows.
I need a front yard.
You know?
Mounted vampire head, orb spiderweb, triangle spiderweb, ceiling spiderweb, and there you go. So you can make your lair extra spooky, which I totally want to do. So I need all these. I need like 3,000 spooky bites. So we need to get started on these missions.
Yes. Let's roll, Misty.
Sweet.
Do you know what the name of the event or the mission is called? Because I was looking.
Well, let me take a look here.
I've got the... Okay, maybe it is this one. The Witching Hour, Find Help Wordles. So let's... Yeah.
That would be the one. And I'm also going to show them real quick in my inventory. We showed you some of the sweets. Each sweet, like you have Not a Finger, Power Patch Brats, Snackers candy bars. There's a whole bunch of the different types. They each give you a different emote. There's like a gobble. There's striking a pose. So that's kind of a fun thing. And then you have the tricks. Let's say like Boo Earns here. Let's hit Ninja Andrew with the Boo Earns.
Boo Earns, Misty. Boo Earns.
But you see, you really can't aim it. It just kind of went out into...
Boo Earns on them too.
Oops. Hey. So I set, yeah, these guys on fire.
I'm gonna toss one out here. This is the Psych. Oh, nope. I pressed the wrong button. So I'm just doing a pose. Here's the Psych. So you throw it a little grenade, and then it does like an area of effect attack that looks like it's doing an attack, but it's not actually. And you can go and throw these around at your friends and enemies, just for fun during the holiday season. It's kind of like the snowballs. I don't know if I have any of those. Yeah, snowballs from the winter holiday event, which is coming up soon too.
And so you can see I caught King Roth on fire over there. So he's on fire. Hey.
Hot stuff, Misty. Hot stuff.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. All right, so we're going to go out here and continue our mission.
I'm on my way.
Well, I'll be waiting for you out here. You better hurry up. It's all creepy and spooky. And the cool thing, too, okay, this is a Gotham-only event. You're not going to see the Halloween decorations in Metropolis. But I'm sure you guys have noticed that there are Halloween decorations all over Gotham with lights and pumpkins on the lampposts. And it's just kind of a neat... I think it's a neat thing.
I think they might have decorations in Metropolis.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But see, you can see right here. Oh, and another thing, and we're just going off past years on this one. There's a big old pumpkin trinket ball that drops in the vault during this time of year.
So that's another thing that you want to... Essentially, you want to run your vault run every day. Then you also want to run the event, the exterior mission, which is what we're about to do here. Then the event, and then you want to try challenge modes if you're trying to get a boo without spending replay tokens. If you do have replay tokens to spend, then it kind of makes sense to do the event, because the loot drops out of there in a different way now, which we'll talk about later, but basically you have your best chance at getting a really cool trinket out of there. So we're looking essentially for more of those sort of like fire kind of zones. They have light, orange light that'll come up from them, so you can see here.
How many do you have? Because I think you started that before I was over there.
I have 3 of 13.
Okay, you're ahead of me.
Okay. Don't worry. We'll hang out until we get all of them. Essentially, you're trying to... oh, come on. Let me pick it up. Is this the carry to the people? You want to defeat the spirits and then carry the spheres. And then, oh yeah, that's right. You need to toss away the white ones. It's been a little while since we did this. But there you go.
And then on to the next. And you can see, you know, they're going to be fairly...
There's a lot of them...
prevalent.
Right around the police stations, like Diamond District and the East End here. Villains can look around like the... what's that? The Knight's Dome?
Yes.
I think there's a few around there. Now, I'm also not sure if they would be in places where the Reaper portals used to be, but that might be too obscure a reference at this point.
I saw that the blood cultist stuff is still up, the Trigon things.
Okay, for sure.
So
watch your backs out there. Not every area will be safe if there are Reapers and blood cultists out.
Well, not Reapers, because they're all in Central City.
They moved. You can see I'm a little derpy as usual. Here we go.
And you can see some of these you don't have to, excuse me, absolve the apparitions.
They're all slightly different, but they generally, you're doing the same types of stuff at them. Let's see if pick up another one of these, toss it away. This is the group of them that Misty and I have done in the years past, just going around in circles here. Just to get it done quickly so you can move on with the rest of your missions for the day. But this is actually probably like my favorite event overall. Like seasonal. Christmas comes in a very close second though.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so we're gonna turn that mission in.
You can see we got some spooky bites. I'm just gonna go and check my currency tab to make sure. I think
and I will do that as well.
It's one. You get one spooky bite.
Yes.
Awesome.
So basically, unless you reset the event, you're looking at 3 spooky bites a day.
Yeah.
So you can see, like if you want, let's say, a Mr. Boo, that you're going to have to do it a lot to get 40 bites, plus the other stuff that you want to buy.
Yeah, all those base items to get the feats and all of the costumes.
So it really comes down to, you know, what you want.
Yeah, I would make decisions. If this was me and I didn't have any money to spend and I just wanted to get the basic stuff, go for stuff that's going to power up your character the most. I would say going for Boo trinkets is a good idea over some of the, like, going for all of the base items. You could probably wait on the base items till next year if you absolutely had to, but having a Boo for that year would really help you out. So, just as a suggestion, you know? Oh, yeah. Oh, I put my trinkets in the wrong order, so I totally popped the wrong one. Derp.
Okay.
Let's
so
queue
now we're
up.
going to queue up for the event.
Yes.
Okay, guys, so we are in the event, and we're going to listen to the Phantom Stranger.
Tentacles. I mean, pentacles.
Okay, so this is the event, and that is an evil pilgrim.
What?
You got that, people?
Shazam!
Alright, so basically, he kind of fights in phases, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely. There's probably 3 phases you could really call it. He's got the first time where you fight him and you're going to just want to damage him, work him down to his first third of health, basically. So the whole group can just fight together. It's really easy, as long as everybody's working together on this one. And if you got your boo, drop it like it's hot. What? Oh yeah. Drop all of your trinkets, guys.
And then the Phantom Stranger's over there. We don't know what he's doing, but eventually he's gonna take some action and you'll have to do some stuff, but you're just gonna have to wait and see. Oh, there we go.
So he drops these crystals out. You're gonna want to essentially take them. There's these little plinths like this one here. There's that one there that the person has to take the other one to. And then I'm going to take one to the farther. And then basically, you're going to damage him again. It's going to drop 2 more crystals. And you're going to drop one on this plinth this time instead of that. And this one over here. In this other side of the room. And that'll get us to the 3rd stage of the fight. So once again, and there are health barrels in each of the sort of like directions that you can go here. So if your team is really struggling at any point, you can always bust a health barrel on them. But he should be fairly easy as long as your team's working together.
And this really isn't, it's going to be the last phase where you really can kind of get into trouble if you're not geared.
Or if nobody knows what to do.
Right. Alright, so there's more crystals, so it's going to be...
And watch out for Tickle the cat, just because.
Yes, because the cat's going to...
Just angry.
Angry cat.
Yeah. It's going to pounce all over you.
Alright, so this is where... you actually have to kind of do something.
So somebody wants to come basically to where... Oh, there it is. It's at the back. Somebody wants to pick up this thing, wherever it is in the room, and run around. And whoever's carrying this is the Ghostbuster, and they are busting the ghosts, man. You want to, like, run around singing the Ghostbusters theme and grab all of the ghosts up while you can see those swirling sort of symbols around it, and then when it runs out, you got to take it over to a crystal. The crystal will charge it up again, and then you can go and run after the ghosts. Now, when you're busting the ghosts, when you hit them the first time, it'll sort of knock them towards the area where the crystal was that you charged them up with, and if you go back and hit them again, that'll bust them up for good. So you can see here, you want to sort of chase them back to that point.
And see, there it tells you it's full, and so you have to go to the crystal to empty it.
There you go. And if you're not doing this, you can easily get overwhelmed by all of these spirits. So that's why you're trying to essentially keep the area clear for your teammates, whoever's carrying the Ghostbuster around, just to make sure that everybody is safe.
And what you're waiting for, the Phantom Stranger is going to conjure the final crystal when you get Klarion down low enough. And once you place that crystal, you'll be able to finish him off and send him back to his evil pilgrim tribe.
Purgatory. There we go. Okay, so somebody wants to pick it up. As soon as it drops, I can pick this up again and help him. Essentially, if you've watched my Gotham Sewers episode, I have some tips on how to throw accurately in there. You can throw the crystal as soon as it spawns from that end of the room to where you need to put it and finish it right there. So, here you go.
All right, and so one thing that's different this year about the event, and if you guys have done any Tier 5 content, you know that there is a new loot system that they're putting into DCUO, which is very nice, which is you get your own loot, so you don't have to roll against anybody.
Yay!
And they've actually put that loot system into place for the event this year. So that is very nice.
You can see there we got a piece of candy. Here, this person here, Lucky Duck, has the pumpkin destructible, I believe. Unless they just picked this one up from
No,
room.
they just picked that up off the ground.
Dang it. Oh, well.
Okay, so I think I got a nice big green drop there. So let's take a look.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
I think I got a piece of candy. How lucky can you get?
Ooh, piece of candy.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty sure that's
sweet
all
candy.
I got too.
Yes. So, it would have been a small miracle if we had walked in here and gotten a Boo Jr. off the first
run of the event, but we're going to
exactly.
be back in here on a constant basis as many times as it takes trying to get one of those junior Boo Juniors. So,
exactly. So if
you'll probably see us. If you see us, pray for us. Pray for
Mojo.
Yeah.
And yes, know that we will be in here getting our 3,000 spooky bites.
That's right.
Yeah, so you can pick the pumpkins up. You can actually throw them at Klarion, and watch out because he will throw them at you.
And if you are grinding this, just as a little tip, you can come and grab some of these barrels at the end. Charge up your orange bar for the next time you come in so you can throw all your supercharges, get through that much quicker. That's a tip from running this so many times last year. I used that every time and it helped out. So, yeah.
Definitely. All right, guys. So that's the Halloween event. And we're super excited because this is a kickoff of the holiday season. And here at DorkNinjaGaming, we're all about holiday season. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, I don't have anything cool. My dance is derpy. I dance the derpy dance, people.
Dance on my grave, Mr. Dance.
Are you dead? Oh, my God. All right. So, tune in for our epic trek into the Gotham Wastelands. I think that's going to be our next journey.
And Tier 5 content. So, more exciting Trigon content coming up soon, guys. And we're also trying to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, if any of y'all are out there watching this video and you liked it and want to see more like it, just please hit that subscribe button. It would really help us out.
And tell your friends. Because they'd love it. No. All right, guys. Like, subscribe, comments, questions. You know where to find us. And join us next time for more epic adventures with DorkNinjaGaming. Happy Halloween. And bye. Okay, guys. So now that we have been out into Gotham and in to visit Klarion, we wanted to give you guys a little update because, one, as you can see, these are some of the Halloween items that you can get out of the Skeets vendor. The angry pumpkin, the happy pumpkin, and the smiling scarecrow. But more importantly, Ninja Andrew and I worked really hard yesterday so we could get our little Boo Juniors. So this is the perfect time. I'm going to hand it over to Ninja Andrew to just kind of give you guys a quick overview of
all of the Boo trinkets.
Mr. Boo and Boo Jr. Well, I can help you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, so I'm just going to go into my inventory real quick here. I will pop Boo Jr. out of my trinket belt, and I'll put him down here. So I've got all 3 trinkets here. If you want to read along, you can just go and click over to my episode, but I'm just going to go over them really quickly. Their stats are essentially the same for the most part, except that Mr. Boo and Boo Jr. have the exact same like equipment stats, whereas Mrs. Boo gives you slightly more might. You can see 6 and 15 for Boo Jr. and Mr. Boo, whereas Mrs. Boo gives you 21 might. So if that matters to somebody out there, if you're trying to make a might based loadout, maybe you want to go for Mrs. Boo more than the other two. And then
wait, let me stop you a second. When you say it gives you 21 might, are you talking about in the equipping this item underneath on most stats?
Yes.
Okay, it shows 15 might for me.
Okay, so maybe I'm just saying that, like, when you're looking at it on my screen, you can look at the numbers underneath. It says like the stats are slightly different. Mrs. Boo has slightly more health and might, but less power and precision, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to clear that up so when they're looking at it, they know that it's specific to their character.
It's a good point. It's fair enough. So I'm just going to go through here. All three of them essentially do a basic attack pattern, but then each of them does a slightly different extra ability. So you can see at the very bottom, Mr. Boo will levitate and panic your enemies. So basically this Mr. Boo would be best for a mental controller character probably, or DPS, just because it's going to work really well with your power set with the panicking and levitating. But for any character out there, Mr. Boo is essentially going to force your enemies to have to use breakouts, because it's going to levitate them into the air, and then they're going to have to break out to use that, which will use up some of their power. So that's sort of like the bonus that he gives to you. Now, you can't really use him in PvP unless you're doing like scrimmage or dueling, but he can be fun for that, so just for that reason. So something to think about. Mrs. Boo, actually I'll do Baby Boo next. He does the same sort of attack patterns, but you can see he will panic and stun and damage enemies over time, and he may also shield you, preventing some incoming damage. So that's actually a fairly decent little combo to have: damage over time, an extra damage over time tick, as well as shielding. I would say this would be good for like damage over time DPSs, as well as maybe a tank or a healer who need or can benefit from the extra shielding effects. So something. Well, what's that?
I was going to say, it says he may shield you, but from what we've seen, he shields you, and he shields you a lot.
I think he throws at least 3 shields on you.
Yeah.
And it's more that, like, it's not that he may or may not do it, it's just that he may or may not be doing it at that specific time while he's out, but he will do it. That's a very good point.
Yes, and more frequently than I thought that he would.
That's true, too. As well, like, it's a very decent trinket. I would definitely say that it's worth going for if you're out there trying to get it. And then Mrs. Boo, finally. Mrs. Boo will panic, stun, and encase enemies. She may also explode enemies in ice, nature, mental, light, earth, or gadgets encasements. So, just for players out there, anybody who uses their encasements, as I do, with my cryofoam and cryofield, Mrs. Boo is a nice little additional bonus. And she will probably be the best of the 3 Boos for me to use. So I'm going to be slotting her in and probably using her for the time being, just because she's going to do the additional encasing, panicking and fearing and stunning, as well as exploding that I'm already doing with my loadout. So that's what a quick little overview of what those 3 trinkets can do. And we should also just quickly...
While we're on trinkets, let me stop you a second, because I wanted to talk about, because I do have the jack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Woo. One of the things, and you guys can see it because I put a Boo back in my loadout, you cannot have your Boo and your jack out at the same time. They're on the same cooldown.
And that's the same for all of the Boos as well. You could you could put them all in the trinket belt at the same time, but you can only have one out at a time.
Exactly. And like this one, I got the DPS one because I was got him to use him in case I didn't want to use my bat drone while I'm out. And he's just going to do damage, and when he explodes, or he withers, he'll damage more, and he actually boosts your precision. So, it just depends on what you guys are looking for. There are options.
So you can't slot both of those at the same time, but you would be able to slot the bat drone or maybe like the 25th century.
Yes,
if you
like
were
what
around.
I'll do. Absolutely. And it's just the same as a boo. You can have your bat drone out or you said, the 25th century little drone.
Or your sidekick or your backup. I'm actually. Do you have all your stuff that you can bust out at the same time?
Let me find my bat drone.
And your backup and all that?
Yeah, I do.
Let's bust it all out and show them.
Except I can't pull. I have to wait till my pumpkin cools down. But you guys get the idea.
We'll wait for the pumpkin to cool down.
And while we're waiting for that, we can talk about collections.
Yeah. So that was something that we sort of quickly mentioned during our the Halloween overview. But basically, you're going to get collections while you're doing the event, and actually as double drops out in, I believe, Metropolis and Gotham, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's only Gotham. But just go out, do some collectioning. I would say, like, in previous years, I know that certain collections were more likely to drop in the event, while others were more likely to drop outside. I don't know if that's still the case. But essentially, look for some collections outside and some in the event, and just try and complete those as quickly as possible. You're going to have the All Hallows Peeves and the Halloween Grab Bag. We can just go and look really. Oh, that'll be in your collections tab under deeds, and it'll be under event collections. You should have the All Hallows Peeves and Halloween Grab Bag. So you can see I'm still working on those as well.
You can see on the Halloween Peeves, you get smashed in pumpkin, stinky paper bag, toilet paper roll, carton of eggs, and a fake bloody hand.
Sweet.
Now, the Halloween grab bag, I'm missing one out of this, so I'm not. I can't remember what the fourth one is.
Yeah, if you read them off, maybe I'll remember. But
we've got plastic fangs, incognito mustache, polystyrene tombstone, spider webbing, spider ring, spooky sound FX cassette, wax lips.
Oh,
Isn't there a cauldron, a witch's cauldron?
That's probably it. That sounds really familiar.
And so you get a head style there, and you get a face style for the All Hallows Peeves.
Do we remember what those are?
I've got that one, and I'm not sure. Let me look at my face mask. Maybe I can jog my memory.
Maybe one's the jute style head?
No, the jute head, the pumpkin goes with the jute head.
Oh, okay. It's been so long. I know it's not the carrot nose.
Oh, is it the winged monarch?
That's right. The winged monarch, that would be the mask. So that's like the butterfly style mask.
I'm going to put it on so they can see. It's hard to see with the long hairstyle.
I'll look really close at your face. But I can see, yes, it's like a butterfly type mask. And you can do, I think there's 3 different colors on it, so you can make it fairly colorful.
So you guys can see that. I know you guys are dying for your butterfly mask, so get out there.
Honestly. Hurry up, guys.
Hurry up. Oh, I know what we were going to talk about. We were going to talk about the vault.
Ah, yes.
And, it's kind of a moot point for us now because we have our booze. But we can use our extra vault ticket to go in and maybe see if we can get a pumpkin ball trinket or something.
Do you want to do that?
If you want to do that, because I have mine. Hang on, and I'll queue it up. Do you want to go into the vault first, or do you want to pop our trinkets first?
Let's pop all the trinkets first, because that'll be quicker.
Okay. I'm just changing my mask back. Okay.
So this is why it's fun to have a boo, guys, on top of everything else that you can have. Because you can have your own Halloween party all by yourself. What?
And it's good when you're in a situation where you want to put a lot of heat on the boss and maybe pull that aggro away from you. You pop everything out and, it runs into danger and you can safely stand back.
And sometimes bosses will actually aggro on this stuff preferentially to you, so it can be really helpful to avoid taking lots of damage. And you can just see, like, Misty and I can each field quite a number of extra targets to put out on the field if we're dueling or doing scrimmage PvP. But I miss being able to roll like this in regular arenas. We'll cover that in another episode later, but just you can see it could be quite a lot of fun to have a few trinkets out and get some extra damage out of them, because they will do quite a lot of damage. And you'll be able to see that as you follow along with us in our Trigon coverage. So join us for more of that. And let's bust it out to the vault and see what we can get.
Let's go see what kind of useless crap's waiting for.
Oh,
I know I'm
Joker.
excited.
Yep, he's always taunting us with his useless crap. But yeah, a pumpkin destructible trinket is always a fun one to get out of the vault. But try to do your vault every day, guys. And if you have any extra vault tickets that you've been saving up, now would definitely be the time to use them.
Absolutely. Like if you bought, you know, that pack to go for the Plasmic Aura and you have a bunch of vault tickets from that sitting around, here is your perfect opportunity. Gorilla Gloves. Don't be jealous.
Oh, yeah. I'm jealous.
You should be.
There we go. And also, like, this is one just tip for people who are going to be doing this. I would hesitate to spend money on actual vault tickets after the fact. Like if you have some extras, use them, because you have these are all extra chances at getting a Boo trinket out of there. But if you don't have vault tickets, it's not exactly the easiest way to get a Boo. So that's speaking from experience.
If you're going to put your money into the game, I would put it into replay tokens.
Replay tokens is the way to go. Woo.
That's where all my money has gone.
All right, guys.
So I got absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, I did. I got some shoulders. So.
There you go. So thank you for joining us for our extra special Halloween adventure. We hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with us and having some fun. And just before we go, I wanted to give a real quick special shout out to Epic Denario, Dark Redemption, Flo, and Love 808 for helping me out last night with getting that Junior and Mr. Boo so that we could do this episode. This episode's thanks to them, because without them we wouldn't have been able to do it. And so just a big thank you to those guys. And do we want to wrap it up?
Sure. You know the drill, guys. Like, subscribe, comments, questions, and we will see you next time for more epic adventures with DorkNinjaGaming.
And booze.
Bye.
Woot.